Welcome to Better Call Saul Before Breaking Bad, a podcast where I, Kent Meslowski, for reasons of obsessive-compulsive disorder, force my friend Steve Ignat to watch Better Call Saul and then Breaking Bad in chronological order. This is Better Call Saul Before Breaking Bad.
That was one hell of a scheme.
Right? So, welcome back to Better Call Saul Before Breaking Bad. We just watched Season 4, Episode 8 of Better Call Saul, entitled...
I don't remember. Some town in Louisiana?
Coushatta.
Coushatta. Coushatta or Coushatta?
Coushatta, Louisiana.
Coushatta.
So, we open with Kim seeing Jimmy off at the bus station with all of those art supplies that she bought at the end of the last episode.
All those pens.
Yep.
Tons of pens.
Tons of pens.
And then, like, stationery and,
Yep.
and like, what the hell is going on? This is your idea? What are you doing?
Mhm. This is her plan. This is her Hail Mary.
Yeah.
This is her gambit.
Wow.
It's better than running. No jail.
I appreciate that. Like that's a creative mind.
That is,
I mean,
yeah,
whomever wrote this plot
yeah.
is, jeez, they're insane.
They're dangerous.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the thing is Kim is mostly legitimate.
Yeah.
But she has a dangerous streak.
Yeah, she just likes to dabble.
Jimmy is mostly dangerous.
Yeah.
But he has a legitimate streak.
Yeah. Polar opposites.
Yeah.
God.
So we open with Jimmy riding on the bus all the way to Louisiana.
We're on the bus.
From Albuquerque.
Yeah.
He rides the bus to Louisiana.
That's a crazy long time.
Which is why he was
He's
able
going-
to write as many letters as he did. Plus,
Yeah.
he outsourced it to random people on the bus who aren't going to talk about ever doing that, because that's untaxed income.
Yeah.
They just randomly just got on the bus.
Right.
Probably the least offensive way anyone's ever earned untaxed income on a Greyhound bus.
Well, yeah, the most legitimate way. If you ever want to find out how much time you'll spend on a bus to any destination, just find out what the car ride is going to be, how many hours the car ride will be, and times that by 3, and you will have a rough estimate.
Yeah, that's fair. It's terrible. So, yeah, Jimmy rides on the bus all the way to Louisiana, and then presumably rides on the bus back or flies back. Who knows?
He probably rode back.
Yeah. So his back's screwed up by this point, and
Ugh.
and then we cut to Nacho as the new Don Hector,
Yeah.
and he's watching Emilio take care of a dude who is under Emilio,
Yeah.
who is short.
Yeah.
And he
that's
tries to
right.
spin him some yarn the same
Right.
way Emilio did
Yeah.
back when Nacho was in Emilio's place.
Yeah.
And Nacho decides this is a good teachable moment. So Nacho has the guy come over. And so Nacho summons a dude over who has like 8 gold rope chains.
Yeah.
And
he looks like a drug dealer.
looks exactly, yeah. And he has the guy lean in and he rips the earring off of his ear and
Yeah.
slams it down and then slides a thing of napkins
Yeah.
over to him.
Here you go.
Yeah, clean yourself up.
Here's a little help for you.
So then Emilio pipes up and says, well, that had to be done. And then Nacho says, yeah, so why didn't you do it?
Yeah.
Like, he remembers when he was in that position, he took care of business.
Right.
Don Hector just said, who works for who? And he beat the
Exactly.
shit out of him in the kitchen.
Yeah. At least Hector doesn't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, it's true. Hector is now in his own private hell.
Yeah.
So then Nacho goes home to his awesome house, and he's got 2 crack whores.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's got pet crack whores.
Yeah. 2 of them.
Yep.
Fucking literally crack whores.
Mhm.
Hey, we can make you something to eat.
And then he goes into his safe and he takes out what appear to be, at least to my eye, Canadian like driver's licenses.
Oh, maybe,
It's
yeah.
in Manitoba. That's
Okay.
Canada, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. The one that I see is for his dad.
Yeah, I saw both of them, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize they were driver's licenses. I thought maybe they were green cards of some type.
Well, maybe they were, but they were some sort of ID for, clearly a fake ID,
Okay.
for apparently Canada,
That's cool.
which would be pretty far away from the cartel.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully far enough away.
Yeah. Well, he told his dad that he was trying to get out. Like,
Yeah.
so, this could be, he's like, well, I'll put some of the money into, getting some papers and, maybe we can just fly away.
Right.
Who knows?
Now, does Nacho have siblings at all?
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah, if you're going to move one person out.
That's just his dad.
Yeah.
Yep. He's worked for his dad forever, in the upholstery
Yeah.
shop. So then we cut to the R&R that Warner suggested that they needed
Yay.
to Mike. They're at the strip club, and Warner is not really having fun at the strip club.
Right.
He's the only German who's not having fun at the strip club. So Mike takes Warner to his bar.
Yeah.
Like, this is just a bar that Mike has been to before, and
Right.
it is just a much quieter kind of place. And this is where Werner tells Mike that his dad whored the Sydney Opera House.
Right. I wouldn't know how that was poured.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Wild.
Yeah, it's a wonder.
It is. And that was how they were showing, like, it was that expertise that Werner had,
Yeah.
presumably, and that's
Right.
what's going into the secret project.
He said I remember the exact line, but he was talking about work until you know what you're doing, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Eh. Next scene.
Next scene, Mike has to go back to the strip club to deal with Kai,
That's right.
and he leaves Werner at the bar. And Werner has just corrected a dude's pronunciation
Yeah.
of Hefeweizen. So,
See, I'd always called it Hefeweizen.
yeah. Well, you're not German.
Yeah. That's right.
Exactly. So, Mike still leaves him, and deals with Kai, and then he goes back to the bar, and Werner has sketched something on the back
Yeah.
of a coaster.
And it's intricate.
Yeah, it is intricate.
Yeah. Like, oh no, stop it, engineer.
Yeah.
See, those are the things I do sketches and stuff in my head of whatever. Engineering shit, schematics, fucking blueprints, but they're in my head. I put stuff together in my head. I don't need paper. Which is just me being
They
mechanically
should have hired
inclined.
you for this project because
I'm just mechanically
since they
inclined.
didn't,
No, I wouldn't.
Werner decided that he was going to talk about a secret project
Yeah.
to these random dudes who didn't know how to pronounce Hefeweizen. That was their only Like their only qualification is they decided to order a beer
Yeah.
that he loved. And so he was like, all right, now, since we both like the same beer, let me tell you this as well.
Yeah.
I have been recruited from Germany
I don't think
to
he
work
went
on a
that
secret.
far.
Who knows what he said?
Yeah, true.
We don't know. We
Yeah.
just know that he's deep into explaining the project
Right.
when Mike comes back. And Mike's like, are you absolutely kidding me right now?
Yeah.
Like, I thought Kai was the guy I had to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're the responsible one, remember? That's why we see eye to eye. We're both businessmen. Like, Warner, what the
Man.
hell?
I hope Warner doesn't have to die.
Ooh. Yeah.
That would suck.
Mike does everything he can to not have to kill everyone,
Right.
like including the driver of the cartel truck.
Yeah.
Like, Mike really doesn't like killing. Well,
He's killed enough.
he's killed cops.
Yeah.
Silly cops. But cops nonetheless. So,
Put himself on probation.
yes, he did. That's right. Stuck himself in that fucking booth.
Yeah.
That godforsaken booth. That was his purgatory. So then Jimmy decides that he's going to run to the nail salon, and he plugs in, rough estimate, 36 phones.
Yeah.
All identical burner phones, and decides that he's going to give each one a label that corresponds to a phone number that shows up in the letters that the DA has.
Wait. Oh, yeah, okay. We're missing the scene where the landlord walks in. Aren't we? We're missing that
That's
scene.
during this scene.
Oh, okay. All right.
So while he's setting up,
Oh, okay.
yeah, the owner of the nail salon comes in and asks him if he's fighting with his wife.
Is your wife mad?
And he's like, well, girlfriend, and we're not. Never mind. Nothing can be done. And she's like, here, have some of my Asian vodka. And she leaves the bottle, and she tries to tell him what to do.
Yeah.
And he doesn't believe that it's possible.
Yeah, go buy her, take her to a restaurant with waiters.
Yeah.
Which is
witnesses.
Funny. With witnesses. It's funny because they do that,
Yeah.
They go out and... But I get what he's saying. She said, tell her you're sorry, and then tell her again.
Yeah, and whatever she says.
I've
keep
heard
saying you're
that
sorry.
somewhere before.
Yeah. Probably really good advice.
But like you said, probably the coolest she's been.
Ever. She took a cup.
She usually doesn't let him have water.
That was a cucumber water cup.
Yeah.
That's what she gave him. She gave him the bottle of Asian vodka and the cucumber water cup.
Yeah.
Like, she was super stingy with those cups in like the first season, and now we've come full circle on the plastic cups in the nail salon.
Jimmy's a really nice guy.
Jimmy is a really nice guy. So then Kim brings in 3 associates to talk to the DA to try to cut a deal.
And
it's a white dude, a black dude, an Asian lady.
I noticed it right away,
Yeah.
But then, God damn it, I can't remember what you called it.
The Fuck You Dream Team.
The Fuck You Dream Team's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, and then they mentioned, they were like, yeah, and we're also reaching out to the ACLU.
Yeah.
So we might file civil damages for what you've done to our client.
Several grievances.
Yeah. And the DA still says, no, I'm still going to proceed.
Right.
And there's no way I would ever come around to your side. And Kim says, okay, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
And then the DA meets with the judge, who has, rough estimate, a couple thousand letters.
Yeah. Fucking amazing. Jimmy spent a long time writing and paying other people to write.
That's why his hand, like they showed his hand hurting
Yeah,
because they were showing like how much he was writing.
right.
Yeah. Kubrickian. There's not a single detail that is spared in this show. So yeah, the DA is asked if she's trying to prosecute Santa Claus, which I believe is a reference to
Miracle on
34th
34th Street.
Yeah. And
In stereo, mind you.
tell me about it. And so the DA takes the letters from the judge, and then we cut to Mike sternly speaking to a very hungover Werner.
Yeah.
He drops his like vest just
Yeah.
as he's walking. No one's that sloppy, but he's like, yeah, well, anyway. So
I am still a little hungover.
yeah, I will be honest with you, Michael. I have had many beers. Yeah. So Mike tries to reason with Werner, tries to express to him how important absolute secrecy is.
Yeah.
And tries to get him to never, ever talk about secret projects with random dudes in the bar.
Well, that's it. It becomes a matter of life and death if you if you want to pursue this.
It becomes crystal clear. It is a matter of life and death. It may always have been a matter of life and death.
Oh,
but now Werner really is starting to understand.
Yeah.
When Mike's like, okay, think about everything we've done.
Yeah,
to
Mike,
keep this a secret.
Who's never scolded Werner.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's like, and he's seen. Jesus, yeah.
He thought they were old men together. He thought maybe he could kind of let his guard down and they could kind of relate.
Yeah.
But then he's like, basically, it's my job to guard these guys and keep them here.
Right.
Keep them happy so they keep doing what they're hired to do.
Yeah.
Not because we want them to be happy because we care about their happiness.
No.
But because we care about their productivity.
Yeah.
And so, what do we need to do?
You wish a lot more companies would be like that, though.
Yeah, you're right. Gus is a dynamite boss. But he was great at the chicken restaurant, too.
Yeah.
Gus is a great boss.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He takes things very seriously. But on the downside, he takes things very seriously.
Yeah.
Ooh. So the next scene is the DA decides to start reading some of these letters.
Yeah.
Thinking, surely there's something here that I can use.
Yeah.
And she finds these phone numbers, and she calls the phone numbers, and she reaches the team that Jimmy has used for every commercial. And they are now
thespians.
Yes.
The high school thespian.
Yes, they are now using the burner phones and pretending to be from Louisiana.
They're answering calls.
And
a call center.
Yes. Yeah, but a hidden call center. A magic call center.
Yeah, it is.
And
where they can do their acting.
Right. Jimmy pretends to be a pastor.
He was a little bit. Okay. You're lying. Okay. We all know how to lie. We all know how to. Well, I guess not everybody can improv, right? But he was a little too stuttering. I mean, he was stuttering too much. So it was.
Maybe that pastor had Parkinson's or something.
Yeah, there we go. Backstory.
As long as you can motivate it.
Yeah, I forgot he already had a backstory.
Yeah,
for that shit.
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
Oh, Jesus.
So the DA calls numerous numbers and keeps reaching the phones that are inside of the nail salon.
Yeah.
And they basically they tell her off without being mean.
Yeah.
They don't swear, and they
Yeah,
basically
that's what the whole when he told that gal on the bus, no swearing, we can't have this one. And he
Right.
ripped it up.
because they're coming from parishioners.
And yeah, I had no. I am like, really? Well, okay. But wouldn't you be outraged?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you cuss if you
You
were
would.
outraged? Oh, religion. Okay.
Yep.
That's
It was note perfect. It was exactly what it had to be.
right. That's why I'm not. I was raised
Why you're
Catholic.
not a lawyer?
No. I was saying I was raised Catholic, but I can't not cuss. I can't do that. There's a lot of things that I can't not do. You know? No, impossible. I am not of pure heart, I guess.
Oh, how would you know we keep you in a steel box? So, the next scene.
Think of those impure thoughts all day long when I'm just all by myself.
Tase him, please. Anyway, the next scene, Kim manages to get Huel time served and 4 months
4 months
probation,
Holy shiznit.
which is a slam dunk.
Yeah.
It is insane that she managed to pull this off. And so she immediately finds Jimmy and jumps him in the stairwell.
I loved how that little exchange went because she looked stern and she looked like she's just hard to read.
Yeah.
And then they got into the stairwell.
She's also processing a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
oh God, yeah.
She's still mad at Jimmy.
Yeah.
But like they managed to pull off a thing that, despite not being like I guess no, it was illegal. It was illegal several ways. And that's the kind of like law that like Jimmy got Kim to practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty dark.
Illegal, but in ways that you wouldn't look for.
Yeah.
Like
mail fraud.
Mail fraud. Yeah, basically.
Dozens of counts of mail fraud. That's what he said.
Oh golly.
So like he could get her disbarred.
Yeah.
What they pulled off. Yep. Contempt of court. Yeah. It could have been really bad, but once the deal is made, the deal is made, and the deal was made for time served and 4 months probation. So she jumps on Jimmy, and then we have Kim goes and meets with Mesa Verde.
Yeah.
And Kevin, who runs all of Mesa Verde, decides that he wants a bigger, prettier bank. And can Kim do that now that all the plans have already been filed?
With the kind of foot traffic they got over there, I figure we can make a bigger building. But Paige is going to hate me for bringing this up.
I got to ask.
Yeah. Can we make a bigger building there?
Yeah.
No.
So then Mike meets with Gus and breaks down everything that's been going on. And we learned that for sure Gus knew about Werner.
Yeah, of course.
Right away. Like, Mike keeps nothing from Gus.
Yeah, exactly.
So if Werner fucks up for real,
then Werner will have to die.
Mike can't save him.
Right.
Like, Mike is more of a conduit.
Yeah.
Than, a source of power himself.
Right. No, he takes no pleasure in well, I wouldn't actually say that. He
takes pleasure in a job well done.
Yes, he does.
Whatever that job happens to be.
Yeah, in a well done job. Well thought out. God, his plans are fucking amazing.
Yeah. That's why only Gus could have stopped him from killing Hector.
Yeah.
Because it took another schemer.
And Gus, I immediately appreciates him. Yeah. I appreciate
I
this
see
guy.
what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
But you have to understand, that doesn't work for me, so don't do
Because
that.
I kind of want to put him in a dungeon and torture him.
Yeah, I'm building him a dungeon right now.
Yeah.
Can you chill?
Well, from day one when we met Gus,
Yeah.
he has had it in for
For
Hector,
and likewise,
yeah,
Hector with Gus. You saw, when Don and Eladio pushed Hector's money out of the way to put Gus's money on the table because it was just more money. He was like, look, and also, don't bring me the rubber bands anymore.
yeah,
That's dumb. And meanwhile, Hector would, until the day he died, he would keep rolling the money in rubber bands.
Right.
Don't tell me how to do it. Yeah,
Fuck you! I use rubber bands.
exactly.
I don't like the character. I don't like Hector's character, but I understand it.
I respect it.
Yeah, well, and I like the actor.
Yeah,
he does well.
He does.
Especially the stroke or whatever he had. But I mean, basically a TBI after a heart problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, he played that so well.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't. I understand that they. I mean, in camera shots when they would show him, he kind of kept one of his eye. He basically right side or left side trauma.
Mm-hmm.
He would have had left side disconnection, and he played it really well. But the camera also helped. It aided in the facade.
Mm-hmm.
It was beautifully orchestrated. It just him doing these things with his lips and kind of the erratic tap or the movements of his finger, really good. I know that was last episode, but
still,
yeah,
it resonates.
It was amazing.
A whole episode later, you're still thinking about the way that he points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can see that he's angry too.
Just like Giancarlo Esposito, though, who plays Gus. Not a whole lot of dialogue.
Right.
Whole lot of character. Like,
yeah.
Really, a lot of power.
Yeah.
Yeah, in his eyes specifically.
Those are actually the parts I like to play. Yeah. I don't like a lot of dialogue, but I can project a lot of shit, and I'm happy about that because the first director I ever worked for pretty much taught me that. This is what you need to do, and later on commended me because we got done filming. I was 16, and there was a scene that we were in where there's a caravan of military vehicles and one limo, and people are just shaking their fists at the limo, and the people in the limo are the people we're supposed to hate. Well, I start like kicking the fucking limo, and the girl next to me is like, oh, don't do that. That costs a prop company a lot of money. I'm like, and the director just like 2 seconds later walks up behind me. He goes, everybody pay attention to this boy right here. Do whatever you want. And I turned around and looked at the girl, and she goes, walked away. Yeah.
So Jimmy's checking out his new office space.
Sorry. That was a long, drawn-out story. Yeah, he's checking out his...
Kind of a shaggy dog.
A what?
It's kind of a shaggy dog. So, yeah, Jimmy's checking out his new office space, and Kim shows up, and she's smoking a cigarette, which is their signal to each other. We have to talk about something, or just come here, come be around me.
Yeah.
And Jimmy apologizes to Kim because Jimmy's like, I really screwed up with her, so I have to express that. And he does one of these hollow promises of
Yeah.
I'll never do anything like that
gotta
again.
just.
Just like Chuck called him out for.
Yeah.
That was the brilliance of Chuck, was Chuck wasn't wrong. Chuck was actually never wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's why when Chuck was proven wrong, Chuck lost his
Yeah.
mind.
Exactly.
Because he was like, no, that doesn't make any sense. Like, the whole world was like math to him. And so when Jimmy messed with the math, like, suddenly his world stopped making sense. Chuck points out to Jimmy that it's unnecessary, really, to apologize because,
Yeah. That's the way he is.
yeah, like, he doesn't really say it with any hatred.
Yeah.
He's just like, look, I don't know why no one has told you this yet, but this is what's up.
Yeah.
That's why it's really kind of hard to hate Chuck, despite how vicious
Yeah.
and brutal he was to Jimmy.
Yeah.
Because here's another example. And meanwhile, that's not why Kim showed up at all. Kim showed up because she wants to convince Jimmy to do something.
Yeah.
She wants to pull another job.
Yeah.
She wants to do another
She's
con.
like, he's apologizing but I'm sorry, and never happened again, blah, blah, blah. I want to do it again.
Yep,
Oh, like, doing.
she's the best.
Oh my God, baby. Yeah, I mean, how could you not fall in love with Kim? I mean,
Right, yes,
being
you're in love
Jimmy,
with
how
Kim
could
still.
you not?
Right.
Like, oh God, you're perfect. Everything's perfect about you.
I don't know, maybe Jimmy is inherently self-destructive, and so
So maybe he needs a
he
nurse type.
feels like he doesn't deserve happiness. Who
Uh,
knows?
yeah, well, I guess there's that. I wouldn't know. I mean,
Jimmy screwed up every other good thing that's ever happened.
yeah.
So who can say?
What's funny, they never go back to anything that might be Jimmy's ex-girlfriends, whatever. You know, they never go back to any of that. You know, he's had girlfriends before. I mean, everybody has, a significant other at some point.
Yeah,
That was pointless, I guess.
that's all right. At least it wasn't a Shaggy Dog story. Right?
Yeah.
So the final scene, Nacho goes in to be Don Hector,
shit. I forgot about that.
and he meets Eduardo, who
Oh.
wants to be called Lalo
Yeah, why?
Salamanca,
Yeah.
which means that there's another Salamanca. This guy's younger. He's moving around just fine.
Yeah.
And you'll notice that he was cooking
Yeah.
just like Tuco in what was
Oh,
the
yeah.
the second episode of Better Call Saul, like
Uh,
proper.
Huh?
The second episode ever of like the first
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
Tuco is cooking.
Chopping up some.
Yeah.
That's where we enter that scene. Is he is chopping up onions and tomatoes and
peppers.
yeah.
Yeah. And we see Lalo's cooking too.
Yeah.
So this is a Salamanca thing.
Yeah.
And he says that this is a Salamanca family secret recipe.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. But Nacho won't eat it.
Tuco is a Salamanca, right?
Yeah, Tuco Salamanca.
Yeah.
Hector's nephew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is when he fought Mike.
And oh yeah, and the other two are Hector's nephews as well.
Mm-hmm.
The two with the frickin' boots with skulls on them.
Yep, the twins.
The ones, the Rambo and Rambo.
John Wick and John Wick.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
God damn it.
They're horrifying. They weren't in this episode.
No, they weren't.
But Lalo was.
They weren't in the past 2 episodes.
True. But Lalo was.
We're gonna have to find out what kind of a guy Lalo is, because he's
a liar.
Oh?
He said, "You won't even notice I'm here."
Yeah.
And then immediately after that, he went into the front room, sat next to the guy who was counting the money. Not
Right.
back where you drink your coffee.
Right.
Next to the guy who's counting the money.
Mm-hmm.
And he told Nacho to come out. Won't even notice that I'm here.
Won't even notice that I'm here. Plus, he's got the radio on blast.
Yeah, absolutely. No, he's clearly made his mark. He's got the whole
He-
restaurant smelling like his cooking.
Yeah.
Like
He's
he
being a
is
dick.
running things now.
Yeah.
And so Nacho is bumped back down
Yeah.
to soldier again.
Yeah. Which sucks.
Yeah. So that was season 4, episode 8 of Better Call Saul. Kushada.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts about this episode?
Gosh, predictions.
You
I
want to
don't.
predict? You want to jump right to the prediction for the next episode?
Sure.
All right, season 4, episode 9 is entitled Wiedersehen.
Well, it would have to be. It would have to be German. So we're focusing on the Germans, I'm guessing.
Some German is
Wiedersehen?
Wiedersehen,
Oh, Wiedersehen.
as in Auf Wiedersehen.
Hmm. So they'll be done. I'm hoping that their project is done and nobody has to die.
It's a nice idea. That they finish their job
Well,
and
look.
they get to go home.
If anybody knows about being quarantined for a long period of time, I'm the guy. Sequestered.
Right.
Nothing? All right.
Okay. So something's going to happen with the Germans.
Yeah. And hopefully they don't die.
Hopefully they don't die.
Yeah.
This is the second to last episode of the season. Anything can happen in the second to last episode of the season.
Oh, this coming up is the second to last.
This
Okay.
is episode 9.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah. Anything can happen.
And it's entitled Wiedersehen.
Wiedersehen. Yep.
Wiedersehen.
Yeah, you gotta say it in the awkward way.
Wieder.
Banner says it.
Wiedersehen.
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 Hefeweizen. Yeah.
Oh, Wieder. The
Wiedersehen.
Wiedersehen.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much of that are we gonna have to cut out?
None of it. It's
Wiedersehen.
brilliant.
Wiedersehen.
Love it just as it is.
Wiedersehen. Yeah.
So, what do you think's gonna happen with Nacho in the next episode?
Oh. Nacho's gonna boil for a while.
Yeah.
He'll stew for a little while. Maybe, I don't know. I say if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. I womp womp. All right.
So, puns. You think
Yeah.
puns will happen to Nacho?
I'm thinking that he might be thinking more seriously about the passports or whatever those were, driver's license.
Manitoba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heading up there to the cold north.
Right? Yeah. Like, who's gonna be
Yeah.
looking for him in Canada?
Yeah.
Although, how many people look like him in Canada?
So,
Might not be the easiest place to hide.
yeah, well, there's a lot of country up there.
True.
I don't know. I've never been up there. I've actually not been across that border. Not,
Everyone's nice.
I've not even been past South Dakota.
Everyone's nice, not Utah nice, just like nice.
What? What's that mean?
It means that like they're just genuinely nice. They're
Okay.
like so nice that they can't fathom being another way.
Hmm.
And then Utah nice, like people, like their smiles are like electric. Like it's just too much smile. So
Really?
I don't trust it.
I've not seen that.
Oh,
In
well, I
Utah.
took a bus across the country.
Okay.
Wrote a bunch of letters while I was on the bus,
Huh.
and I was trying to get my friend out of jail.
Okay.
No, I did take I took a bus cross country, and when we went through Utah, like I stopped at the convenience store and I went in there and just way too nice for anyone working at a convenience store. Like they should have been ground down to a nub by that point. Somehow the Utah
Which-
spirit endures and it frightens me.
Where was this?
I don't know, Utah.
No, I mean specifically what highway?
No idea.
Oh, okay. All right. No, just that I always know where I'm going when
I was on a bus. I didn't really
yeah.
care what the route was because I was on a bus. I'm not driving.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
just like the Germans. I didn't really know.
Well, yeah, but then again, they were being sequestered.
Right. Yeah. I sat next to a dude who told me about how his brother once traded a shoebox full of ecstasy for an album full of acid. So apparently that's a decent exchange.
That almost sounds like a love song.
Yeah.
I'll trade you a shoebox full of ecstasy for your love and LSD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just a thing that happened, and it was kind of horrifying because like he was in the aisle, and so like I was in the window area, so like I couldn't escape. He's
Yeah.
just big hulking dude, and yeah, that was my experience. Was super nice people in Utah, and that dude whose brother uh did a super felony worth of drug trade. Anywho, uh, any other thoughts about the next episode? Things that will happen or not happen.
Okay,
Kim's gonna
Jimmy.
kill a man just to watch him die.
Wait, what?
Kim, she's fallen so far that she's just gonna commit murder just to watch the life drain from people's eyes. No?
No,
Okay.
I didn't have that.
All right.
No, I think she's intrigued and she really likes being Giselle,
She does.
basically. And she has a lot of fun. I don't know. I think it's probably exciting for her. I mean, it's obviously exciting for her. So, uh, yeah, she wants more of it, which is obvious and wonderful.
Obvious and wonderful.
Yeah. Um, yeah, no, don't fool yourselves, people. I am enamored with Kim.
With Giselle.
Not with Giselle, with Kim.
All right. I like Giselle.
I like Giselle too. Yeah, but they're the same goddamn person.
Not really. Giselle is like Kim with no breaks. Like Kim with no restrictions whatsoever.
No, that's not. No, that's not true. No, Giselle is reserved. She has reservations. There's things she won't do.
What won't Giselle do?
Murder someone just to watch them die.
We don't know that. She just hasn't done it yet.
No, she would not. No, she's not that way. Uh-uh.
You're just blind because you're in love with her.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Yeah. That's the first woman that he's
Well,
seen.
no, I think that same thing, same way
essentially
with
confined
Jimmy.
to his box.
Jimmy would not just murder somebody.
No, he'd
He,
have someone else do it.
no,
He'd hang someone upside down in a piñata place.
yeah, but that's just a threat. No, he's not going to carry through it with it. His bluff is that bluff is designed to make certain those kids who've never seen any shit like that before are not going to fuck around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Those kids are guaranteed not to fuck around because of basically the theater involved in what was happening to them. They were hung upside down
Right.
in a piñata place, which is hilarious.
Right.
And Jimmy has a bat. That's theatrical as fuck, dude.
What if it didn't work?
What do you mean? What if it didn't
How
work?
far was he willing to go?
That for a threat? That's it.
Whatever it needs to be.
He talked Tuco out of killing two men
Mhm.
because he didn't want to see them die.
Or people who worked for him that he didn't want to have roll on him.
Yeah.
I mean, his fundamental motivation is his own self-preservation
Yeah.
in every scenario.
Okay. Let's put it this way. I've been alive for nearly 50 years, and my self-preservation has never involved anyone dying.
That's good.
And
I too have never murdered anyone. Anyway,
Yay!
uh,
Big hand clap.
what do you think, for example, Lalo's gonna do in the next episode?
Lalo's already scary.
He's gonna cook something else.
Well, maybe that meat isn't. Lalo.
Do you think he was gonna poison him? Because he was like,
No.
"You will die."
Yeah, he did. He did say that, and I thought that, and I'm like, ugh. But no, I don't think
Secret
that.
family Salamanca recipe.
I don't think the Salamancas know anything.
Mhm.
It's, yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't know shit.
I think Lalo's there to make sure that the count is correct.
I think Lalo is stepping up because, hey, I can take over Grandpa's business or
Yeah, it's a family business.
whatever, whoever's business.
I
Uncle.
think it's more like a farm, where it's like, well, Grandpa's in the hospital, so we're gonna go ahead
Okay.
and we're gonna harvest, for
Are
him.
you sure? I mean,
It's hard to say. We don't know where Lalo comes from. No
Yeah.
one's ever talked about him.
I don't know, his way about him, just to me, his character, that character's way about him is, I got some wherewithal.
Mhm. But
Hey,
he's a
I'm coming
Salamanca.
in. I know.
Every Salamanca behaves that way.
Yeah, true.
Even the ones who don't speak.
Yeah, the brothers. Anytime we talk about them, there's this like reverence.
They're so
fucking, like,
scary.
Oh God.
Oh my God. What do you think could
Fear.
possibly kill them?
The Hulk and
Just nothing.
and the rest of the. Yeah.
God from Dogma, like Alanis Morissette, could kill them, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe. Nope, definitely not a gator pit. Gosh,
Yeah. They're pretty much indestructible.
the train that runs through a building in Silver Streak,
Okay.
that could probably kill them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it would take a giant machine to kill them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, with blades all over it, just like it was out of Mad Max.
There you go.
A big hellfire death train
That makes sense.
that would take them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hellfire death train.
They are a force of nature.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like those are the guys who ripped us off. All right.
Oh boy.
All right, we'll take care of it. No, we need to like make a plan. Nah,
No.
we're just gonna stab this guy and
Yeah.
then slash this guy's throat, and then we're just gonna shoot everyone.
We're gonna shoot and stab our way
That
all the way. Yeah, back to the vehicle.
that's our plan.
They're,
We're gonna
they're-
use our weird twin link, and we're gonna
They're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Including just the people visiting.
right.
They're all
Yeah.
gonna die.
Oh, you decided
They're-
to buy Coke at exactly the wrong
Yeah,
time.
yeah, they're within the wall.
Yeah.
You're within the walls of this compound. You're dead.
Bad news bears.
Bad news.
That's right. All right. Let's
Sorry.
see. Who else is alive in the world? Oh, here's one. What
Yeah.
do you think Kim and Jimmy
Oh yeah,
are gonna do?
I've been wanting
What
to
do you
talk
think
about
her
that.
plan could possibly be?
I don't know.
What kind of con does she want to pull off?
Well, I think it's she said let's do it again,
Mhm.
but I think she's just like, I'm a dirty girl.
Mhm.
I love to break the law
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
get away with it.
Right. Jimmy allows her to do that. Jimmy won't look
Yeah.
down on her for doing that.
Right.
She doesn't have to improve herself at all to be with Jimmy.
Jimmy's been Kim's drug dealer for
Yeah.
breaking the law.
For her shadow self.
Yeah. Her enabler.
Yeah.
Holy shit. You know, you might be right. She might be a bigger monster than we think.
We don't know. We just know that in the short time she's been pulling cons, she's been exceptionally good at it.
Yeah.
And also, she's still a
Yeah.
lawyer. So
Dude.
she has powers that Jimmy does not have.
The first time they were pulling a con, it was like Jimmy told her what to do, and she just fucking went with it. Like
duck to
fish,
water.
Yeah. Fish to water.
Yeah.
I was thinking. Dog to water. Dog to water after ducks. Anyway. And then the second time, it was like she called Jimmy.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a mark over here.
I got a whale. This is gonna be the mark of the century.
And then what'd she do? She just never cashed the check. Just put it up on the wall.
Yep.
Awesome.
Ice Station Zebra Associates.
Yeah.
Because that was the movie they were watching together.
Yeah. I forgot all about that. So, yeah, I don't know. I just think it's going to be another con, but it's going to be, I don't know. I don't know what it'll be. Maybe a legal con of some kind.
A legal con.
Yeah. A legal con, Septicon, Chaka-con. I don't know.
A legal con of their own. Not proud of anything I do here. So, yeah, I think the well's pretty well dry. There's nothing more we can say about this episode.
Yeah, we'll have to wait till the levee breaks.
And next episode, of course, Season 4, Episode 9 of Better Call Saul. Wiedersehen.
Yeah.
We will catch back up with you guys after we watch that one. So take it easy.
Right on. Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening.
That was heartfelt.
Yeah.